Hi everyone, it's a nice spring rainy day here in PixARK, and I wanted to have a video that maybe I could show a few updates and maybe some hints and tips and experiments that might help you as you play your game. But first of all, I did want to show you an update on our wizard tower building that we made. In the previous episode, when we built the tower, I had talked in length about the dome that I wanted to put on top. And look guys, that the devs have fixed it. It is now placeable and it placed perfectly. Let me show you where it went on top. There was a problem. I tried to place it and got stuck in it several times. So I had to keep picking it up, and so one of my friends in the tribe on our Mystic Mayhem server named Bosco, he came over and he said, let me do it for you. And he he placed it down, and then immediately he died. And I was like, what happened? Because his character was right smack down in the middle underneath the dome. So what he did was revive. He had taken all of his items off of his body, and he revived, and it killed him, so that he was able to then spawn at the bed and then came out. But we shouldn't do that. So if any of the PixARK people are listening, please fix it so that you can place the dome without killing yourself. That's kind of a scary thing. But at least he knew how to do it for me. Thank you, Bosco. So we put the dome up, and then I remembered that I wanted to do this little porch area. And I had showed how you could push Q on the walls, and you could do different builds. See, these walls here are the exact walls of these, but when you press Q, you get a different look. So I had talked about how that was a really fun idea, and to make a little porch. I do need to still paint the foundations that I put down, and if you remember how to do it, I already have the blue dye available in my spray gun, but you hold down your right key. You hold it down. I might not have made that as clear before. And then you have your number keys, and as you click your number keys, you can enable all regions for whatever you're painting. And then you left spray, and that will spray the area that you want to spray. So let's go ahead and make this so it does match the rest of our building. This is just the plain marble foundations or flooring. Some of the floors are called floors, some of them are called foundations. These are called foundations. So just spray until you, whoops, have some fancy boots on that Bosco gave me. And I tend to jump high. Alright guys. What do you think? Isn't that neat how it looks? Here's a before and then an after. I think it looks so much better. Let me get up on the, maybe if I get on Barry, kind of maybe get a better viewpoint of how it looks. He kind of sits high. Look at that. What do you guys think? Isn't that a pretty building? I'm so tickled. And it's amazing because that's not what I started out with. So anytime you have an idea, just know that you can change your mind and possibly come up with something better in the long run. Yeah. So that is definitely, I wanted to give you that update, but then as we go along, I'm going to give you some hints and tips on how to use your hatchet, how to use your pick, and possibly a fun way to go up and down your long, deep mine as you're mining out, as you're clearing out your mine near your base. Okay, I'll bring you right back. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of a difference between some of the tools that we have and that we are able to acquire in PixARK. It's been kind of interesting. I've been trying to figure out what is the best tool to have to be down here in my mine. So first of all, what I have, I want to show you what I have in my toolbar. I have a primitive steel pickaxe. I have a primitive iron pickaxe. I have an apprentice bone wand, and I have a primitive wood wand. So let's see what a little bit of difference might be. Like, so for instance, if I wanted to mine these magic stones, I found that you can mine them with a steel pickaxe, but you only get one stone with one hit. You get one stone with one hit. With my iron pickaxe, you are not able to mine those stones at all. Now, if you use your normal wood primitive wand, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're getting one magic stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how long it takes for just a regular, normal, primitive wand. Now I do have this special, I don't have just a regular primitive bone wand. I have this apprentice. 1, 2, 3. So interesting, huh? And you get 2 stones. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you get 2 stones, and it's much faster. It's still not as fast as using, like if I go over here to these green ones, 1 whack, and that gives you 1. So to me, it's almost faster. You have to find more veins, but if you have a mine that has a lot of veins of magic stone, it's not any trouble. See how quickly, here's light magic. And so I can quickly, but you just have to find more stones to mine. So I wanted to show you the difference. A lot of people have been wondering about that, but you don't get that many more, but you do get double. I'm getting double the amount. So if you don't care so much about taking time, you definitely are able to get more stone. It's double what you would get with your pick. You can just go faster with your pick. So I guess it's according to what you're trying to accomplish and trying to do. All right. We'll come back with the next hint and tip in just a moment. BRB. Another little hint or tip or something that I found that is fun for me to do is when I started doing my mine, I had a hard time. This was at the beginning. I had a hard time having too much weight on me to be able to go up and down the mine easily. So what I did was I thought it might be fun to tame a little Pachys. I found this higher level. It's not super high, but it was right at 100, I think, level Pachys. I named him Pete, and I'm able to ride him down in my mine. Right now I'm in the process of building a railway system, and I will definitely show you guys that when I get almost done, and I'll bring you back and show you how I'm going about that. But for now, because I'm just getting so overweight. There's Frosty. You saw us tame him in the last episode. He's my protection down here. When I dug down into my mine, I found 2 big giant caverns on either side. Oh, see, there we go. And so Frosty is able to, there we go. Frosty is able to defeat the mean things that come around because I am close to the dungeon. Not dungeons. I'm close to these big caverns on both sides of where I ended up coming down in my mine. I didn't know they were here, but I broke through, and you can see it just goes forever and ever and ever. So there are some dangerous bats, mainly so far as all I've had a problem with, but they fly into my mine. So in order to keep myself protected, if I'm going to go over here and show you if I can ride Pete, over here and show you. See, there's actually a Dilo over there, a Dilophosaurus, and that's another big cavern over there. I haven't quite opened that up because I don't want too much danger coming in, but there is danger down here. But what has helped me the most, instead of having to go up and down, up and down, up and down so many times to take all of my treasures that I'm finding, all I tamed this little Packy, and he is just the perfect size for going up these stairs and going up these steps. Now, when I get my train system finished, I'll be able to ship things up in the carts, but still, and you can also ride a cart, but still, I just love being able to use this little Packy. Look how fast that was. If I were to walk up and down or jump up and down, it takes forever to get from floor 104. I'm up on level 104 all the way down to where I am mining, and I'm still going down further. That's why I'm not finished with my track yet. But you can see how fast I can go down, and this is while I am fixing my mine up, getting it ready so that I can explore easily. Right now you can see all of the wonderful stones. This is level 30, but I want to go all the way down. I've heard and read and seen people reporting that you can get the best stones between levels 10 and 20. So I want to go all the way down to down to bedrock, really, down to the very bottom. And I think that would be just super fun. And then start mining out. So I shouldn't have any problem with having any resources available at my fingertips. But having Pete really has helped the process along. It was so slow at the beginning, going up and down, up and down. So that's something everyone can do pretty close to the beginning of the game, is to get them a little Packy. And you don't have to make your tunnel as big as I did. I just thought that was so much better. That way I wouldn't feel claustrophobic. But pretty much everybody can tame a Packy right at the beginning. They're just little passive tames. They just take berries, and it's just real simple to tame them. They're just so cute. So anyway, that's another little hint and tip. Hopefully that's helpful for you. And I'll be back in a little bit with another hint or tip or experiment. BRB. Okay, for the last tip of the day for this particular episode, I wanted to show a little bit about axes and how they work in the game. And so what we're going to be doing is I have in my toolbar, let me show you, I have a primitive copper axe, a primitive iron axe, and a primitive steel axe. And then we're also going to get on Bob. Bob is a thorny boar, and he's supposed to be extra good at getting wood. So let's see how he does. First, we'll try him first and see how he does. We have to contend with the wind. And looks like if you look up in the upper left-hand corner, it shows the season forecast. Next is rain. And then next is wind again. We did have a little bit of sunshine for a few minutes, but not for very long. All right, so Bob was able to get 16 wood with that hit. It takes him 2 hits, and he got 27 wood. So that's pretty good. Let's go over here and try this and see. 2 hits. And he got 37 wood. That's really good. That's what these thorny boars are supposed to be good for. 2 hits though, that's the problem. 26 wood. That's definitely the problem with the thorny boars, and you don't want to take them anywhere dangerous unless you have something to protect you, because they will die very easily. Alright, 2 hits. Well, you have to, and that's another problem. It's like you have to get placed just right. So they're kind of clunky, but gosh, that's a lot of wood. So let's get off of Bob and let's have him follow us. Enable following, and he's going to follow us around so he doesn't get lost. Alright, so now let's try, first we're going to try the copper axe, then the iron, and then the steel. So let's see what happens with the copper axe. 2 hits, and 13 wood. So not really good. Not as good as Bob. Okay, let's try this. 2 hits and 13 wood. So about the same. So now let's try the iron axe. 15 wood. 1 hit and 15 wood. That's good to know. 1 hit and 18 wood. Much better. At least it's only 1 hit with the iron axe. Let's go with our steel axe that I bought from Bosco. Bosco's got a store, and I was able to buy... Oop, there's some coyotes. Let's don't go over there, Bob. Come this way. I was able to go over to Bosco's store and buy a really nice steel axe from him because I'm not able to make those yet. And he was nice enough to sell me one. Alright, let's try this. So 21 wood. Oh, that's much better. 18 wood. So pretty much maybe the steel axes are almost in line with what Bob can do with 1 hit. So I would say probably would be considered faster way to gather wood than having to get Bob out, make sure he's safe. Let's see here. 2 hits, and so Bob gets so much more wood, but it's just he's kind of clunky. You could do it a lot quicker. One more thing we want to try out. I want to see, I have heard that if you grow your own trees, you get a whole lot more wood. So this is a homegrown tree and 27 wood. So for Bob, that's about the same. Let's see, try again. 1 hit and 36 wood. Now that's not bad. So we know that the steel axe is the best. 1 hit and 17. So it doesn't look like the homegrown trees are any different. Oh, Bob, no, don't get in the water. Oh goodness. All right, let's swim over here. Oh my goodness. All right. I didn't think there was any danger at my house, but looks like there is. Let's get up out of here. Come on, Bob. One good thing is Bob's good at climbing. Well, I say that, but come on, Bob. Come on. Let's get up out of here. What happened to that Dilophosaurus? Do you guys see it anywhere? I don't know what happened to it. That's interesting. Did Bob kill it? Maybe Bob killed it, but I didn't see. Let's look in his inventory. No, that's the meat. I already put that in him. I don't know what happened to that Dilo. Alright, well, let's go back around and finish our experiment. Okay. Oh, this wind and dirt and wind and leaves. Just don't forget the leaves. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh, there he is. Come on, Bob, you can do this. You can do this. I know you can do this. Yes. Awesome. Good job. Oh, he got a little bit of a poison. All right. And let's look around here a little bit and make sure there's no more of those or coyotes. That's about the only danger we have here. And I don't see any. Okay. Let's let you not follow me for a minute, Bob. Okay, we want to finish this experiment. So we're working with our steel hatchet on homegrown trees out of our garden, and only 19. So Bob apparently is able to do better. What about go back to the iron pickaxe? 11. So it appears that hand chopping homegrown trees isn't any different. But let's see what else Bob can do over here. Oh, goodness. Okay, Bob, don't drown on me. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. So now here's another homegrown tree. 27. I think that's about what he was getting. So I wonder if it has to do with which trees you plant. Well, now that was amazing. 43? Wow. So it appears definitely that Bob is able to is the best for harvesting, but you can see he's kind of a pain. So you probably actually can get more wood quicker just with your hatchet. And without a doubt, the iron and steel axes, I keep calling them hatchets, the axes do work better than the copper. Of course, that makes sense. Oh my goodness, it's very dark right here. All right, guys, that is all for the hints and tips for this episode. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you learned something possibly. If you did, if you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. And there's a little bell there that you can push, and that way you'll get notifications if we have new episodes. I appreciate each and every one of you so very, very much, and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.